All right, so Newton's method. One more time. The function, define the derivative, define initial guess, then iterate until you see that the solution is fixed, is not changing. Okay, and you can calculate the tolerance by calculating the difference between the new solution minus the previous solution. Like, so in reality, we don't do it this way. So let's say if we do it in the command window, and let me just copy the same stuff. That's the function and the derivative. Okay, the function and the derivative. So that is the function and the derivative, and define the initial guess. Again, 1. Okay, and Shabab, it's better to know the number of iterations, right? It's better to know the number of iterations. So let's say I equal to 0. Initially, at the initial guess, the value of the function was 1 for the value of x. Then the new solution equals the old solution, I can say xi plus 1 equals xi, the value of the function at xi divided by df at xi. Okay. What else do I need to show? I want to advance the iteration. I equals I plus 1. Okay, such that initially that was the initial number of iterations, and then I want to show the iteration number and the solution. So what did I do? I said this is a Newton's step, Newton's iteration, Newton's method, Newton-Raphson method. I advance the solution. طلعت السوليوشن الثاني at the next point. What else did I do as well? I advance the iterator. Okay, and then I printed on the screen the iteration number and the solution. Okay, so let's do that. So at the first iteration, that was the solution. What else do I need in order to repeat the process? Just repeat the previous line. At the second iteration, this is the new solution. At the third iteration, this is the new solution. The fourth iteration, you can see that the solution is fixed. That is not changing. Is that clear? Okay.
هذه الطريقة دكتورة أسهل من الأقل.
Yeah. Definitely. I just over there, just I wanted to show you that I wanted to show you the concept of iteration, x1, x2, x3, x4. That's it. In reality, we'll do it in this way. Okay? And by the way, you can do the same stuff over here. We can do the same stuff over here. So let me copy this line, the whole line, or let's bring x. So if we repeat, for example, the issue is x to 1. Okay, define x equal to 1 and define I equal to 0. Then come over here, حتى في الكوماند، حتى في what do you call it, the live script. Do that step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and so on. Okay. But it is better because in the command window you can have a history of all the iterations. Okay. You can have a history of all the iterations. واضح سوينا شباب so far with the Newton's method? All right, Newton-Raphson. one item which I did not discuss yet with you. What if you have a complicated function? What if you have a complicated function? What would you do? How would you find its derivative? Well, you can find that you can do that in MATLAB as well. So I think I introduced that previously. Sims X. I think we talked about when we talked about the Cholesky method and defining the matrix L symbolically, I introduced Sims, right? So Sims basically creates a symbolic variable, and let's say that this symbolic variable is called X. Now, let me define f, but this f is not a function, it's an expression, okay? And this expression is x cubed, the same expression that we have, minus 10 times x, right, plus 5. That is the expression. Notice this is not a function. Right. I want to find the derivative. F differentiate, this is a built-in function in MATLAB, differentiate f with respect to x. Is that clear? So I use the symbolic toolbox in MATLAB in order to find a derivative. So in this case, it's obvious. It's very easy function. But I'm saying, in case you had a complicated function which you want to find its derivative, then you can use the symbolic toolbox in MATLAB. In case the symbolic toolbox in MATLAB is not installed on your machine, then can we do something else? Yes. You can go to alpha, okay, and those people are responsible for Mathematica, which you can think about it as a competitor to MATLAB, okay. So you can simply say that x cubed minus 10x plus 5. Let's do that stuff. Okay, that is the derivative that you wanted, right? I'm saying just in case you want to find the derivative and you can't do it because the symbolic toolbox in MATLAB is not installed, then you can easily do it using Wolfram Alpha. All right? Is that clear? Okay. Thanks, I want you now to solve the following problem. Where is that problem? Just a minute. Okay. Okay. I want you to solve okay. Find the solution for this function. Find the solution for this function. And let me say the initial guess is okay. If I equal to 0, the initial guess is 1. Can you do that? What do we need to do? We need to define the function, okay, which is simple. At x, define the function. We need to find the derivative, df. Again, it's a function. And in case you don't know how to do it, use the symbolic toolbox in MATLAB, or differentiate it using Wolfram alpha. Okay, then use this initial guess and say that the new solution equal to the old solution minus f of x divided by the derivative and advance the I plus 1, okay, as well as the solution. All right, I will pause for 10 minutes, and I want you to handle this problem. شباب let me stop recording